This is There's Another Way to Do That, where I teach you how to modify recipes based on my restrictions. For season 2, we're modifying recipes inspired by my guests. So let's get into it. Dr. Joy loves Crock-Pot curry chicken. I've never cooked chicken in the Crock-Pot. So I am very much looking forward to making my version of Crock-Pot curry chicken. Now, I looked over her recipe, and it's actually most of the things I can eat, so it won't be too much of a modification. But the major modification is the actual curry. I know, I cannot eat all of the peppers in the curry. And if you've been watching I Can't Eat Shit podcast, and There's Another Way to Do That for the last 2 years almost, then you know that if your girl have any kind of like peppers, it's inflammation city, and I'm sick for like a week. So we're not going to do that. We're going to eliminate all the peppers, and we're going to do everything else. So let's get started. I'm starting with the chicken first, because once I get these fresh vegetables and herbs ready, I want to go ahead and have that chicken ready to cover it so it can get cooking. I'm going to cut the chicken into chunks because I feel like the chicken cooks better, a little bit faster anytime you cut it into chunks. So we're just going to do that. And most of the time when people eat it, it's in chunks. Of course, depending on the size of your crock pot, it might also make it easier to just fit everything in there. But yeah, I'm just starting with some gluten-free chicken breast. Yes, they are gluten-free. And yeah, we're just going to use some scissors and get started here. These are cooking scissors. I do not use this for paper and stuff like that. And I'm going to tell you, quick story, in college, oh my goodness, I didn't realize people were using scissors when they cook. And one of my roommates, she grabbed like the regular scissors that I was using for like as supplies, like regular supplies, office supplies. And she started using it to cook. And I was like, ugh, why would you do that? Although I still think I was right about that, I still didn't understand that how useful it can be and how quick it can be to cut things up with scissors. So if you're someone that's like me and you didn't grow up using scissors to cut stuff, get a pair of cooking scissors and change your life. I did about 1.5 pounds roughly of chicken, by the way. And these are chicken breasts, and they're just thin sliced chicken breasts, not chicken tenders, chicken breasts. So they're much bigger and thicker. And I'm keeping the fat on it because since it's not really anything going in the crock pot besides the chicken and the seasoning and stuff, I just want to make sure that it gets that flavor in there, because sometimes people don't want to eat white meat or this like the breast of the chicken because of it being dry. But I'm usually pretty good about making sure the food stays moist. And I'm sure, with the crock pot, because it creates all that moisture, I'm sure that with it creating all the moisture, it'll help keep everything moist. Yeah, I love that word. You should also go ahead and soak your rice so that it's ready to go when, we put the chicken in the crock pot. And mine is over here soaking now. So go ahead and do that so we can throw it in the rice cooker. Or if you're a stovetop person, go ahead, throw it on the stovetop. Not yet though, but get it ready. Now that I've prepped my chicken, I have it ready, it's all clean, ready to go. I'm just gonna prep the crock pot again so that once I get this garlic and the shallot and the ginger and all that ready, I wanna put that at the bottom, and then I'm gonna put the other seasoning at the on top of it. So just gonna get that started now. We're gonna put olive oil. And of course, I'll show you this stuff up close when it's time. I'm also gonna throw a little salt at the bottom. If you're a no salt person, don't do salt. But I'm going to put some quick Himalayan salt, the pink one, just at the bottom. Not a lot. You see, boom, boom, boom. Just a little bit. Those two things are ready. I'm gonna wash my hands And we're going to go to the fresh veggies. Now we're moving on to the fresh veggies. I'm going to start with the ginger and then the garlic and then the shallot. I, of course, get heartburn again. One of those bodies, if you've been watching, we can tell you all about the heartburn city stuff. But the shallot is so much lighter. It's usually milder. So I could do a little bit of that, and I'm going to add it to the chicken to give it a nice flavor and get that curry going. If you cannot do onions or anything like that, just eliminate the shallot. Totally fine. Don't worry about it. It'll still taste delicious. It's all good. But I'm going to do a very little bit, and we're going to do that last. But first, I am going to cut this up. If you've been watching any of my cooking stuff, you know that I like to kind of mix fresh with dry. That's my thing. I really enjoy fresh and dry herbs. So, and the same thing with garlic, where I want some fresh garlic in there for stuff, especially stuff like this. I feel like it'll benefit from having that fresh garlic thing. We're just going to do this quick. This is a very dull knife instead of my really good one. So I can do this kind of stuff and move faster. But you do what you want. Oh, garlic smells so good. Oh, I guess garlic also causes heartburn now I'm thinking about it. So if you are someone who suffers from heartburn or GERD or anything like that, you can also go ahead and eliminate that fresh garlic too. It'll still taste good. Trust me. I'm doing about 4 cloves since I know I'm going to add powder garlic. And I also think that, if I'm not mistaken, that if you use powder instead of like a wet garlic, like a minced garlic or something that's usually in like a jar or something like that, I believe that the powder is also milder. So if you are someone who is suffering from GERD and you want to see if you can handle garlic, try like a powder instead. That should help you out as well. And it's going to be the same thing for me for this ginger. Ginger is like one of those really tough things. I'm sure there's something people do, like chefs do, to make it much easier. But I found that it's almost easier to kind of find one of these kind of dull knives. I don't know what kind of knife this is, but it's a little bit duller where if my finger gets close, I'm not cutting myself. And I can just peel it with a knife. I found that's a little bit easier than using my peeler. I couldn't find my other good one. That one, because that peeler, the reason I say good one is because that peeler, I'll be cutting myself on that too. Versus this knife, I can wield this knife. I'm good with it. So I like this one. It's an older knife too, and I think it's not like an expensive one. It's from like a cheap little set back in the day. Okay, we almost there with the ginger. I enjoy a lot of ginger. So I am going to put a lot of ginger. Again, you do not have to do this. I'm sure Dr. Joy has like a certain amount that she probably does. And I will also make sure I note that for you all. But for me and this modified version, because there's always a way to do that, we're going to put a lot of ginger. People don't like ginger though. I don't know why. If you don't enjoy ginger, tell me why you don't like it. Like, what is it? Is it too spicy for you? I wonder what the taste is for you. Because I like ginger, the ginger beers, like the sodas. I can do ginger teas, anything. The more ginger, the better for me. I really enjoy it. I don't mind if it burns my nose. I guess it's probably like how people are with wasabi. I'm sure it's probably a similar kind of thing because wasabi, it's so strong. It's too spicy for me, but it does taste good, although it's spicy. So I'm going to just put this stuff there. This is just about done. I might have to use my good knife for this. Yep. Look at that. Bam. Right through it. Yeah, I don't want to use the peeler though. Probably making my life harder. Yeah, because this knife not good. I'm gonna have to use but it's good to peel. Not good for cutting necessarily. I mean, it just glide right on through this, don't it? Love this knife. The Crock-Pot stuff is very simple because once you just have everything cut up and it's not really that much stuff to cut up, I'm sure you could probably put veggies in there. I would wait if you're gonna put veggies in there. I know people do that, but I just don't. I need more research. I don't like putting raw meat in with veggies personally. But you know, if you know more than me about that, then have at it. But okay, so we're done with this. I'm gonna put this in the crock pot. Let me pull this back just a little so I can just do it on my hand. There we go. I'm dropping stuff. Okay. We're gonna do that there and put this in a little bin over there and move on to our shallot. And then we about to make our herb mix and get this party started. Okay. I'm going to cut this in half. Not gonna do the whole thing. Make sure I don't stab myself. Here we go. Bam. Take that little covering off. We just gonna cut this puppy up in little ringlets. Bam. Super easy. Oh, I need to buy another cutting board because I don't like when my cutting board smell like onions or taste like it, I don't like that. Nasty. Okay. I'm gonna do this. What do people do to transfer? Or do they do this? I'm pretty sure they don't do this, but I'm sure there's a way. And also, if you know, I'm gonna have to look up how to make this not smell like onions because I'm about to clean this. Oh, it's so strong too. Just a little bit goes a long way. Ugh. All right, let's do the seasonings. Okay, so now I'm going to add the chicken to the crock pot. Very simple. We about to wash our hands too. Now we're going to mix the seasonings into a paste with the olive oil. So all I'm going to do is I'm going to use cumin, turmeric or turmeric, however you say it, roasted garlic, mustard seed, ginger, ground ginger, the powder. We're going to use some fennel seed, a bay leaf. Actually, this stuff I'm not going to mix in there. I'm going to just throw that in the pot. Fenugreek, I put it in here because it was in a big bag. And coriander. This stuff right here really pretty much makes the curry. That's what's going to make the curry sauce or seasoning. And I didn't know what fenugreek was, but that's is a key element. And it's basically like a sweet but bitter kind of herb. But at the same time, it kind of tastes like maple. It smells like maple right now. But I love the smell of it. Now, I don't know how much she said to do, but your girl always overdo the seasoning. So we just gonna do our thing. I'm kind of gonna go by what I usually like. I'm going to at least, I feel like it just needs to be covered. So I'm gonna do a tablespoon of fenugreek. We're gonna start there. Cumin, you usually don't need a ton. I think a teaspoon should be up. Let's do it. Let's just do a tablespoon. Not a full tablespoon. How about that? Like, I don't know what that would be, but not a full tablespoon. Kind of like, go by taste. I like cumin. Some people don't like cumin like that, but I do. Now, turmeric, if you've ever bought the actual root, oh my gosh, you don't need a lot of it. It's just it's gonna dye everything up. But I think we can do, because this is a curry, I'm gonna at least do a full teaspoon. We're gonna check and see what Dr. Joy did. But oh, I forgot to open the big part. Oop. Well, that's a little more than a teaspoon. But that's all we're gonna do with this, because you don't need a lot of turmeric. I don't feel like it goes a very long way. Kind of like with the kind of like the same thing when you're using cumin. A little actually does go a long way. I just got a lot of stuff to cover. I'm not gonna go crazy with the garlic because I got fresh garlic in there, but I love this roasted garlic. I just like how it makes stuff taste. So I'm gonna throw it in there. Just a couple dashes. We're gonna do some mustard seed. Again, I like mustard, and because I can't do a lot of different things. And mustard seed, because see, mustard seed, the powder is so much better than if you can't do regular mustard. Because again, if it causes heartburn or indigestion or anything like that, you usually won't get it with this. But if you do get any of those things, go light on it. Don't go crazy. And the same thing with the garlic powder, you can just eliminate that. The ginger powder, we're gonna do that. And I'm gonna be good, y'all. I'm gonna just we're gonna start with this. We're just gonna start with a teaspoon. Yes, I'm flicking more than that in the thing, but we getting there. I don't mind if it's over, because it makes stuff taste so good. I just did some veggies like that the other day, and it was so good. Okay, this is stuck. Oh, there we go. All right, and a coriander. I feel like, because this is another key element, I'm gonna start with a teaspoon. Ooh. A little over a teaspoon. Okay, so I checked, and I feel like most of the stuff she did was just like a teaspoon or a half a teaspoon. We gonna see how mine turn out. I think the thing I did the most with was did I do the fenugreek in here? Yeah, I did. I put some in there. I probably put way too much. But because I'm not doing curry seasoning, which will have that stuff in there, this is what I'm doing. So we're just gonna stir this up. Ooh. And I haven't made the paste yet. So you can, if this turn out good, I'm gonna make me a seasoning mix and y'all gonna have to buy it. Ooh, that would be good. A curry seasoning mix without the extra stuff, so we can all eat it. Yay. See, it's not really that much. It's not really, when you look at it all together, it's not really that much. For 1.5 pounds of chicken, I think we good. All right. So now let's add some olive oil. She does use butter. I don't eat butter. If you eat butter, go ahead and add it. I'll tell you the amount in the description, but we're just going to do olive oil. We're going to make this a paste. And she's doing the paste because we need it to stick to the chicken. Oh, I keep forgetting. I'm going to probably have to, it has to be water or something in there, right? Because if it's so the reason I did a bay leaf is because I couldn't find the dried curry leaves. I can do that, just the dry curry leaf, but it's actually hard to find. So it told me online that I can substitute it with just like a bay leaf. So we should be fine. I'm only gonna, usually in anything like this, it's like you do two bay leaves. So I'm gonna do that for this. And the fennel seed, I guess, because it's not really water, I think I'm gonna add a little water too. You see, I only put a couple sprinkles of fennel because I'm pretty sure this stuff is strong. But yeah, it's strong. I can just smell it. but I know it's gonna smell, it's actually gonna make it taste good. But I think I'm gonna actually need a paste. I need more olive oil. Hold on. We breaking out the big guns, people. I usually try to keep it classy, but today we gotta add a little bit more. We got the big guns out. There we go. So we can get a nice little paste. Now, see, I don't even know if this is gonna be enough. I feel like there needs to be way more. See how little that is? This is why I was putting a tablespoon. But we shall see. Maybe because it's a paste. Maybe because it's a paste, it won't matter. We shall see. I'm gonna like massage it. And I'm only gonna throw a little tiny bit of water. But I think that's it. I feel like that's it, and we can get the crock pot going. So let's just do a little bit of water here. Ooh, I kind of put too much. Don't do that much. But it's gonna help, you know, get the seasoning across. Okay, do you see how little this is? This is pretty much what's in there. I'm gonna end up probably adding more. Let's see. Or maybe I'll let some of it be a paste, and then, oh, it covers it. It does. But maybe I'll allow some of this to be a paste. And then also, I won't go overboard. I won't go overboard because I can really over-season stuff. Okay, it's looking good, y'all. It's looking good. I'm going to show you. Oh, I'm so excited. This is about to taste good. Okay. I'm just going to break up these little ringlets of the shallot while I'm in here. And then we're going to turn this on for some hours. I believe she said like 5 hours, but I don't know if this is going to take that long. It might take like 3, but we'll see. We'll see what the final thing is. I'm going to check it. I'm going to check in on it in like 2.5 hours, and we shall see. Oh my gosh, it smells like curry. This smells like curry. Ah! I get to make curry. Oh my gosh. Wow. I'm like, oh, this is what makes it. Oh my goodness. Yes. Oh, I'm so proud of myself. And it's not even done. We're going to have to check and see how it tastes though. To be continued. We ain't wasting none. Do you know how long it's been since I've had curry? Literally years, because like over 10 years, literally. I'm so excited right now. All right, it's been just under 3 hours here. My alarm will likely go off soon, but I'm going to wrap it up because I checked the temperature with a thermometer. I do advise that because they're in little chunks. I just want to make sure every little piece is completely done and they are complete, but some of them need a little bit more temperature, so I'm letting it ride it out while I tell you this stuff. It created a cool gravy for itself, and I wasn't necessarily expecting that. I didn't know how I would get like the curry juices, but just like I said earlier, with the moisture of the crock pot, it created its own curry juice. So looking forward to trying that out. I cooked it on high, so I'm sure that's why it took a little bit less time than I was thinking. And also, what else did I want to say? Oh, earlier, I'm not sure what I said. The fenugreek. I'm really looking forward to see what that tastes like because I don't think I've ever had that. And it has that sweet, bitter, but mapley kind of taste and smell. So yeah, I don't know what that translates to in this gravy. I'm looking forward to it. So let's try it out. Ooh, see, now we cooking with gas. It's earlier, it wasn't like making that crackly sound and just letting it sit a little bit longer. Now it's making that as if it's boiling kind of sound, which I love and I know it's done. I'm gonna just add some on top of my rice. I really hope that also the ginger flavor comes through because I really like ginger. I'm starving, so I'm kind of piling this up. I actually think before I do it, I have a regular plate out here too, because I want to see how it tastes without the rice as well. The color looks good. Looks like curry. Mmm. Mmm. It's a lot of interesting flavors, actually. Let me taste it with some rice. It definitely needs a little salt. Mmm. Okay. Salt. Wow, that tastes good. Hold on. I didn't want to put salt in it. I wanted the herbs to really, I only put like a little bit of salt in the bottom of the crock pot when I did with the oil because I didn't want it to be salty. I didn't know how this would turn out. This is my first, I'm making this real time for y'all. Okay, let's taste it by itself. Yep. For me, I just need a little salt. I like the herbs. I've never tasted this before. I mean, I'm tearing it up. I'm just trying to think of what it tastes like. I don't know how to explain this. It's like, to me, it's very earthy herbs. It's not as, like, I thought it would be a little sweeter. It's not sweet at all. I think I thought it would be sweeter because of the fenugreek, because if you smell that, it's such a sweet mapley kind of smell, and we all know maple is pretty sweet when it's in something, but clearly, like it says, oh, what is this? What is this on my hand? I don't even know where that's from. Some sort of dye from one of the labels got on my finger. How did that happen? That's weird. Anyway, I actually would put a little bit more garlic. No, I wouldn't, because it would take away. The aftertaste is so good. That's what I'm realizing. I haven't had these flavors. It definitely tastes different from curry I've had, but it tastes really good. But I'm confused because I thought the fenugreek would make it like a sweeter taste. It's not sweet at all. There's like no sweetness. There also wasn't any saltiness to it until I just added that Himalayan salt. And it was just more of the earthier herbs, but it was like the aftertaste of it tastes so good. It's like a full body aftertaste, if that makes sense. I don't know how to describe it other than that. It's good. Thanks, Dr. Joy. I'm tearing this up. It smells like the Indian curry or something I would get at a restaurant, but it doesn't taste the same way. And I'm sure it's because they have like peppers and different stuff in theirs, but it still tastes good. Yeah, I'm just confused. I don't know what it tastes like. There's nothing like it. Probably because I never had these herbs. Like the fenugreek and the fennel, I don't cook with that at all. So I'm gonna have to play around so I can really understand what they add to it. I'm definitely glad that I added the amount of herbs that I did. And I would highly suggest you do that because I think it gives it a lot of flavor. It has so much flavor and it's in depth. And when it's all together, like mixing it, I still got it going. I can put it on low now. I will probably marinate this with that stuff, with everything that I did exactly the same way, just probably overnight. I wonder if that'll change it. If anybody has made curry, does marinating the meat make it better? Or once you put it in there and it's like the moisture, it creates that sauce, does it still kind of turn out the same way because it's pulling all the moisture out? I don't know. Let me know. The spinach and the yellow squash, I think, will really add to this. Don't put too much salt because it takes away from the herbs. If you just put a little bit, it heightens and highlights it. And again, you know how salt and pepper, they work together, but because I can't do the pepper, that's where we run into issues with me, because I can't get that blend. I have to find that blend with the herbs and the salt. This has been There's Another Way to Do That, which is part of I Can't Eat Shit podcast on YouTube and wherever you stream your podcast. Make sure you try this out. It is very delicious and it's full of curry flavor. And check out the full podcast episode for Dr. Joy.